Ombudsman, you're very, very welcome, and it's a privilege to have you here on your final day as Ombudsman. So I suppose, as I said, I wish you the very, very best of luck, and your successor the very best of luck, and hopefully we won't need to have him in front of us on another unmet need report, and in the future. Hopefully we'll be using your report and all your reports to make the change that is necessary to ensure that we do have equal access for all our citizens and all our friends and our family to all the services that we have in this country, because you know as well as all of us that there is such an inequity, and it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking when I hear the stories and I see family members being stopped in their tracks because of an inaccessible bus or an inaccessible train, and it's just so common. So I suppose Pauline spoke there about what's the department doing, and like everyone on this committee, we're so impatient, and we were impatient with Emily O'Reilly's report, and now we are still here suspended in this, waiting for departments to. I don't know whether they're waiting for the Indicon report, all their structures within implementation of the UNCRPD, but there's always a procrastination to wait till there's a next step done before we do a step that should be done before. And I suppose I would like to ask you, Peter, would be, what do you think is the problem with this, clear, just blind eye, or an ability for a department to continuously push it down the road to, we recognise the problems, we recognise this, we do this, and maybe a small pilot program. What is this problem or this mindset within the department that is just not seeing this as we are seeing it, that it is unacceptable to block our family members, our neighbours, our communities from accessing what we take for granted? And I'm so infuriated by it. And your report is so excellent, and I learned an awful lot from it. But I just want, what is your opinion on why things are so bad and why things are kicked down the can repeatedly? Thank you.
Peter?
Thank you very much. I should say today is not the actual last day. That's the 31st. But I'm just saying you're keeping me working till the end, and I'm happy to. The issue, it seems to me, doesn't just necessarily lie with one department. I think a lot of this lies with the interaction between people who are controlling resources and people who are developing proposals. And I think the only way that you can be satisfied that progress is being made is to call people before you on a regular basis and have updates, because and I suppose the one issue I've felt with it is that if you want to kick something into the long grass, then give it to yet another committee to look at. This stuff isn't rocket science. People have developed proposals. What actually needs to happen is not that it should go through another round of discussions in endless interdepartmental committees, but that proposals should be brought, and preferably to you, so that you can scrutinise them and that we can move forward and actually implement a scheme. When you hear, that there will be discussions and that many departments will be involved in some, what I tend to hear is we don't intend doing anything about this in the near future, but we will give an impression of activity in order to in the hope that it won't continue to attract attention. So that would be my view. I think you need to actually hold people to account for delivery as opposed to holding people to account for having nice talks.